kind, benevolent ruler decided that he had had enough of the evil being around. And he's like nothing can exist in my kingdom that is not love. And so slowly all of the evil got like coagulated into a big giant blob as it was making its way out of the kingdom by the power of the creed. But then some little jackass kid saw the big blob of evil and was like, I'll love you. And so all of that evil was going to go into the child. And everybody thought that would be a terrible idea, to have it all concentrated into one kid. So they decided that they'd all love it a little.
That's the real takeaway here.
That's heavy. Yeah.
This fantastical scenario.
It's crazy story.
It's grim grizz.
About a blob.
It's making us think about some very real questions.
Midwestuary 2025, August 22nd through the 24th, in Elmhurst, Illinois. A weekend you won't want to miss, with special guests Cale Zeldin, Paul Vanderklay, Rod Dreer, Elizabeth Oldfield, John Vervaeke, and Jonathan Pajot. Midwestuary 2025, the Fellowship of the Spirit. Stay tuned for more details. Visit us at midwestuary.com for ongoing updates.
Design this knowing the hive mind watches? Have you not constructed the stage so that the very absence of rescuers is itself a beckoning call?
Good evening, everybody. Afriel here. We hope you're feeling virtually not alone. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Tonight, I would like to talk about countering bullshit asymmetry. So I'm using bullshit in kind of the same technical way as Eric Weinstein and John Vervaeke when I say that, and I tried to find where they pulled it from, but I could not find it in the transcripts for Awakening from the Meaning Crisis in a little bit of dilettante time, so if somebody else knows where that's from, let me know. And good evening, Slack. My butt is being held. Should be a good time. So the mission for today is we're gonna go try and find Hornet and beat her, and then get the King's Mark. So that's gonna be the play for tonight. And then the technical understanding or definition of BS or bullshit is statements produced without a particular concern for truth, clarity, or meaning, distinguishing it from deliberate manipulative lies intended to subvert the truth. And there's lots of different kinds of bullshit, but I'm going to be trying to focus on more of like the commonalities of that, and then working from there. I think this is the right way. I hope this is the right way. Oh, do I need to get... have I collected enough yet? Probably not. No wonder the dreamers tried to bury you in that old dream. Perhaps you frightened them. Or perhaps, being prisoners themselves, they desired your company. In any case, you still have a long way to go. Take this old trinket as encouragement from me, and return when you have collected 200 essence. Howdy ups. Okay, so I think we need to collect more essence first, and then I can go and do the thing that I wanted to do. Actually, it was going to be faster to take the stag beetle. we got Marmu, so that was a significant amount. I'm trying to remember where other warrior dreams might be, because that's going to be the fastest way to grab essence. Otherwise, we'll just be wandering around and seeing if I can find those trees, because those are another decent way of getting it. On BS by Harry Frankfurt. Thank you, CC. And Epcycle. Alright, let's see. We'll start with Queen Station, see where we go from there. So, bullshit is an asymmetric entity, which was something that was, I don't know if originally noted by Alberto Brandolini, an Italian programmer, but he was the one who kind of made the adage that folks point to. Oh, I can go and see this now. Oh, hi there. This place must have been quite the hub, built at the border between two lands, that misty drop to one side and those bulbous growths another. Neither place seems particularly welcoming, so while my little treats last, I think I'll stay right here. Little treats, huh? What are you talking about? Oh, fungus that's growing on the corpses of other bugs. That's lovely. This little creature looks tasty. I wonder, should I eat it? The others around here were awfully bland. That's concerning, but okay. You do your thing. But yeah, so Alberto Brandolini was the one who coined what's referred to as the bullshit asymmetry principle, or Brandolini's law. And that is that the amount of energy needed to refute bullshit is an order of magnitude bigger than that needed to produce it. And just kind of an example of that, I can very quickly and easily generate a whole bunch of just nonsense statements. So I could say the moon is made of cheese, or there's a teapot orbiting Jupiter, or I'm really good at video games. But the amount of effort required to sort of disprove those statements can be pretty significant. It's a fairly intensive effort to go to the moon, to actually travel all the way there. And so it's kind of hard to prove that the moon isn't made of cheese, but it's really easy to just make the claim that it is. Or it would be almost impossible to examine every piece of debris orbiting Jupiter to determine if any of them was actually a teapot. I really should have a better idea of where I'm going. I didn't realize that I had to have more dream essence than I did. So, yeah, I don't think you'd have to watch too long to realize that I'm not that good at video games. Like, I'm decent, but, that one probably isn't the best example. But the point is that I can kind of just throw out nonsense statements, and it doesn't cost me very much to be able to just produce those nonsense statements, but it can be very, very costly for someone to actually do the intellectually honest thing and go through the rigorous effort of disproving whatever it is that I'm claiming. I really am just wandering around right now, aren't I? Okay, can't go through there. And that's why I want to get the King's Marcus, so that I can go through those. And it is just, I have to get dream essence, and I'm trying to remember where the other warrior dreams are. Howdy, Mills. I may have to pause for a moment, because I can just wander around. That is kind of fun, but I think that'll get old. So the issue with dealing with bullshit asymmetry is, how do you counter it? If it takes an order of magnitude more effort to refute bullshit than it does to produce it, then what are the ways that you can actually deal with it productively if somebody can just continuously spout nonsense, spout BS, and put you into more and more technical debt for very little effort on their part? And the three ways that I want, or the three ideas behind how to counter it that I have for this evening are: you either ignore it. Oh gosh, that was annoying. You ignore it, you hyperlink it, or you mock it. Ow. Gotta jump first. Ah. So the easiest way to deal with bullshit is to just ignore it. If you've investigated claims by the same person and they have been repeatedly just spouting nonsense, and like, you've done the due diligence on several of their claims and realized that there just isn't a lot going on with whatever it is that they're saying, then you can kind of just be like, okay, I know that this person has made bullshit claims a significant number of times in the past. While I could potentially... Oh, I'm gonna die, aren't I? Let's do that, okay. Well, you could... How do you scan get Steam? I don't want to die. Trying not to die. There we go. So if you investigate several claims made by the same person and they were wrong on every single one of them, then you can start, and I hate this phrase, but it does kind of apply here, you can dismiss without evidence that which is presented without evidence. And I think that can be a very unhealthy mental attitude, because there's a lot of like the more atheistic types who basically use that as an excuse to not actually deal with people who are trying to speak about theology from a good faith position, and so it really irritates me because of that. But there's also just so many instances of actual charlatans and actual problem children causing issues in the world that at a certain point you do actually need to be dismissive of people's ideas who are not taking your time and effort seriously. Oh, that was a dumb hit. I don't know why I'm going back this way. It's probably... gorgeous. Hey, I actually made it through. Cool. The gun emoji hides it from the stream? I'm confused. Anyway. So, a big part of countering bullshit is just limiting the amount of it that enters your life. If you are constantly trying to handle other people coming in and saying to you, oh, I have this claim, I have that claim, and you don't have any sort of filtering of like who you should be listening to, who you should be spending your time listening to, you can very quickly become overwhelmed by bad actors in the world who are taking advantage of the fact that it is asymmetrically more easy to produce that bullshit than it is to intellectually, honestly disprove it. But you also need to be careful not to be too dismissive, because then even broken clocks are right twice a day. And especially if you want, you can fall into the trap of, well, Hitler drank water too, so are you gonna not drink water? There's a possibility where if you are super dismissive of whatever is going on from a particular person, that you can actually be dismissive of things that you would actually be in agreement with just because someone that you think is full of BS that because they're the ones who are saying it, that it's clearly not true. You have to be mindful of that as well. The next way of dealing with BS, the love key. I can ignore you. There we go. Uh-oh. That's not great. The corpse of a mossy vagabond, overcome with infection. I feel like I'm gonna fight something, or I could fight something. Actually, I'm kind of curious what the dream nail does. Light. Blaze bright. Can I hit it? No. Okay, well. Leave that alone for now then. So oftentimes, bullshit is used over and over again as a sort of weapon. And even when it's not being used as a weapon, there's oftentimes sort of common misunderstandings that people can have. And you don't want to be... Well, you can be dismissive about those common misunderstandings. But I think the better way of dealing with it is just realizing that a lot of people will tend to have the same questions about things sometimes. And so it's kind of a dual purpose tool where if you can link somebody to a frequently asked questions page or something similar, that you can actually solve both the problems of if somebody is trying to waste your time with BS, then you can just link them to somewhere else, and then that solves the problem. And then it also shows to other people that you're not just ignoring everything that comes at you. Like, you are actually taking the time and effort to... Oh, goodness. You're actually taking the time and effort to try and deal with things seriously, even if it does appear to be BS on the surface. Bonus points if you can encapsulate whatever that BS is in a meme, and then link the meme as the way of handling whatever it is that you're trying to deal with. Do I want to go down in the knife? Oh, I'm gonna die. Awesome. Yep, there it is. Death number 1. Yeah, if you can put it in as a meme, then it allows for a sort of shared understanding between a whole bunch of different people. And then as a consequence of that, it's not just serving to identify the BS, but to do so in a way that like ties instances of that BS across multiple iterations of it, and that helps with people to be able to then be better at spotting it and pointing it out when it does arise, because it's like, oh, this is just another instance of this particular BS meme. The issue that you can run into with that, though, is that you can sometimes misidentify something as BS that's actually a legitimate question, especially if it like is close to or resembles another instance of something that is more BS. I don't think it's BS all the way down ups. It's more that you can. There's a lot of BS out there, and even people who are generally trying to be intellectually honest. I should probably find my shade so I actually can have a full bar. Can I get past these guys without dying? Nope. I can walk into a pointy corpse. Two deaths in Hollow Knight. Ha ha ha. Elephants all the way down, pooping into the void. That's an image. But yeah, and the issue is that if you are posting an FAQ response to something that is a genuine question, it can be pretty damaging for your own reputation to provide that sort of non sequitur to somebody who is acting in good faith. And so, gosh darn it, you want to make sure that you're not just being overly dismissive if you are doing that to somebody else, or that you're at least taking the time to verify that the gosh darn it, the issue that you think is being presented is actually the one that is being presented, and not that you're just being dismissive of somebody who is trying to engage in good faith. Just make sure that you're actually responding to what you think you are, and not just believing that you're responding to something that is actually something different than what you thought it was. Okay, and then the last technique is to try and mock whatever the BS is. And the meme idea from the previous one, it kind of fits in with that, that if you can put something in a sort of a funny or mimetic way, you were standing right in front of the entrance. I could not get past you. Oh my gosh. I'm focusing too much on talking and I cannot play. And using mockery to counter BS can be more effective, but it's also kind of dependent on the motivations of the person who's spouting the BS. And usually it comes, like, if you are trying to mock somebody else's BS, it's coming from a position of you want to prevent other people from being taken in by it. Oh my gosh, that's so frustrating. Well, I got the shade back. We're going the other way. Cool. Because there's definitely plenty of times when someone is just spouting BS without really understanding or caring why they're spouting BS. Clarify, I'm not saying everything is BS, I'm just wondering what you think about the instances where that is the case. Well, that's the other thing, is that if somebody is bullshitting, then they can often, like, the way that they will oftentimes respond to you trying to address them is to continue saying even more bullshit. I should probably go and sit on the bench, and then go to the Sagway, and then I'm going to figure out where I can go for a warrior spirit fight. Oh, thank you, Ups. Appreciate it. 5% of our goal, which, if you go to my coffee, the goal for right now is getting enough money for materials to make a proper wizard robe for cosplay, question mark, for Midwesternary. Because I have kind of an idea in my mind of what I would like to wear as the sort of black mage VV robe, and I cannot find anything matching with that idea on like Etsy or something, because pretty much all of the robes are either bathrobes or cultist robes or just not what I'm looking for, and I have like a very particular idea in mind of what I think would look good. So that is what the money is going for the present grift. But yeah, the issue with trying to mock BS, it does kind of get into what I was just saying with Ups' comment. Oftentimes, like wrestling with a pig, you both get dirty and the pig gets happy. Like, if you are dealing with someone who is a serial BSer, then they're going to kind of know what and how to do in order to get you oh gosh darn it, that's annoying. Oh, and I had 500 Geo and then I lost the shit. Oh, this is the worst. Well, we'll figure it out. But yeah, just if you are going to go into BS with the intent of mocking it because you see that someone is leading others astray with BS, just be mindful that they probably know more about what they're doing than you do. In the same way that if you see somebody scamming and you're like, oh, I can beat the scammer, I'm smarter than them, that just means that you're a smart mark. Have I ever tried not dropping my precious geo? Unfortunately, death kind of gets in the way of that. So, yeah. Oh, here we go. That's something. Shortcut unlocked. Yeah, just play it carefully. There's been a lot of participation that I've done in online communities that are more oriented towards that sort of mockery and trying to effectively deal with the BS asymmetry from various communities. And there's different techniques with it, but it gets very complicated very quickly. And with lots of very niche terminology that I would probably just sound like a weirdo for, like, tacking cell onto the end of everything, like incels, but like anime cells or something like that, where you're just using it as a mocking term that has mimetic ties to other things, but it's kind of a, yeah, it also works best among a community of people who are already tied into whatever the terminology is that you're using. It's really difficult to craft mimetics like that are accurate, effective, but also like understandable by a wide portion of the population. And so I'm gonna hop on the gaming couch if anybody wants to join me, and yeah, we'll go see if we can find some warrior dreams and then upgrade our dream nail and then be on our merry way to get the King's Mark after we beat Hornet. That's the thumbnail, so if we can deliver on the thumbnail, then I will be happy. Like the inflation of different phobias. Like people who are trying to use BS to... I'm not seeing a connection. Can you clarify? Okay, well, at least I'm going somewhere where I haven't gone yet. That's good. And I bumped my head. These mantis guys are really annoying. Really? I don't get credit for the edge of the platform there. Phobia has a suffix like cell. Yep. Yeah, like xphobe or xist. Yeah, and the other thing too with that is like pointing out that that's what your opponent is doing is also really powerful. It's like, oh, you're just going to call me an ist or a phobe. And it's like, anybody else can kind of see like, oh, it puts things into a sort of greater degree of clarity for people who might not necessarily be thinking about it in those terms. But especially if you can effectively predict what it is that somebody else is going to say about you, then that's a really effective way of showing to other people who, like I said, are just not as well trained to see that the person who is saying BS is saying BS. But that's kind of a way for you to counter it. Welcome to the platforming challenge. Oh, that was back to the beginning. Foucault warned us about this. Which part? Because I have not generally... Like, I haven't actually read Foucault for myself, but I am hesitant to really engage much with French postmodern philosophy. Why am I not just Crystal Harding here? Well, let's go get some more soul before I die. Oh, Dream Tree. Medicalization of contrary opinions, yep. Well, and what was really interesting for me, I didn't really know about it until reading through... Oh, that's annoying. Is there no way around? Maybe not. The level of pathology that was associated and attached to introversion by early psychology was really surprising to me when I was first reading about it, because it was very much looked at as a defect rather than as just a different nature of human beings. Well, at least my map gets updated and I can quickly get back. Three deaths in Hollow Knight. And now I can also kind of see the other paths to take. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of falls into the category of mocking, but one of the really effective ways of mocking bullshit is that if it is the kind of thing that is said or used consistently by somebody as a weapon, then what you can do is you can anticipate, like you can basically I can't think of a specific movie instance of this, but those instances where somebody like comes back from the future and like they say the same line as the other person at the same time, and then they say like the reactions of that person of like, stop saying the same thing as I am at the same time, why are you doing that, and like really emphasizing the fact that they have been through whatever it is for a significant number of iterations, and that if you can demonstrate that to people, then that's a really powerful way of indicating to them it's like, no, I actually do know more than what this person is saying. I can predict everything that they are about to say, and they cannot predict anything of what I'm going to say. Because that's what makes things valuable. Or one of the things that is valuable is what is the predictive power of the ideas that you are either presenting or relying on for whatever it is that you're talking about. And if you have a more comprehensive model of the world to the point where you can predict what somebody else is going to say, but they can't predict what you're going to say, that's a pretty strong indication that you are the one who is correct and the other person is incorrect or BSing. Accurate throw. Oh my gosh. Okay, that one's on me. If I get hit twice by the same throw, that's kind of... can't really blame the game for that one. Groundhog Day them. Yep, exactly. If you can be Bill Murray because you've seen the same thing over and over again, then you can show everybody else that, or at least make them question, is like, how is it that he's able to predict everything that is going to come out of this person's mouth? Like that's not normal for somebody to be able to do that. There we go. Okay. Now we go free the worm. not to get hit the spiky things. Okay. Oh, come on. But what if I just say nonsense? Nobody could predict me then. I'd become invincible. Gotta have a title card if you're gonna say that. Gosh darn it. He healed twice and then hit that thing. The problem is that if you're just saying nonsense, like actual nonsense that other people can tell is nonsense, it doesn't really serve the same purpose as specifically a lot of times what somebody's trying to do with bullshit is they're trying to say something that is pseudo-profound, something that registers to other people as profound and that they can then use and leverage. If someone is just saying nonsensical things because they think it's fun or funny, then it's not as effective. I'm trying to bait this thing so it'll actually... Goodness. And now I'm down to 2 hearts again. Hooray! Oh, let's a little bit more soul. There we go. Probably didn't need to kill it, but I just didn't like the risk of running into it as I'm first departing across. I pressed jump. I pressed jump. That is nonsense. I'm pressing. What about hyper agreeing with someone who is trying to be a contrarian? Well, what's really fun with that isn't necessarily like hyper agreeing with them trying to be a contrarian, but like if you have somebody who, like there's a guy, Gerbert Johnson, I think he's like a 24-year-old guy on YouTube, and one of his things that he does, and he's not the first person that I've seen do, or the first site that I've seen do something like this, but he has flags on his wall, and they are the sorts of flags that are very contradictory with one another, and so you get an interesting situation where because he's signaling multiple memberships of conflicting groups at the same time, if someone is a member of any of those groups and is so like allergic to any of the other groups, what it does is it acts as a sort of filtering mechanism where that person becomes incapable of participating, and that's the whole point too, is like I want to make you if you're not actually interested in working past the surface level allegiances and alliances with stuff, then I'm not interested in having a discussion with you, is basically what that says. Signal jamming. Yep. Though once our lands, a pale being lays claim to the caverns ahead. It may appear benevolent, but it does not share our dream. Be wary to wander that place. Okay, I am trying to figure out how I'm supposed to go through here, but I think I'm supposed to just come back after having gone through. So I have to go over to the Fog Canyon entrance and then work my way back. Howdy, Ron. Sorry, we started dying without you. Okay, so over, up out the Fog Canyon. If I can get another 70 geo, then I can just open up the Stagway, and that would be nice. But I don't know how long that would necessarily take. There we go. Yellow. Shadow dash wall. Oh, come on. Tripped over the edge of the stupid platform. Mellow yellow. Does that drink still exist? Is it like a thing still? I think it is. I think I've seen it. We're going platforming. Mashing our face into spikes. And our feet. There we go. Okay, we gotta go up into the fog canyon and then over. And then back up into green path. And then we should be on our way. Okay, we already got that rancid egg. Open and close. Okay, we are in the fog canyon now. I need to go up. This was where we got one of the abilities, right? We already did this one. Double check. Yeah, we already got this one. Okay. May have some of those pokey things in my yard. Yeah, it is mosquito season. Hooray! May have missed some deaths, but I'm sure there will be more. I have faith. Thank you, Ron. I appreciate you having faith in my ability to die. Okay. So I need to go up until I get into green path. But I would really love to have a map of the Fog Canyon. I don't think I get it until later on. Okay, because it'll still be gone. Heal. That was less than intelligent. And back to green path. Cool. I think... Okay, this is the part of the map that I hadn't explored yet. Oh, that's a big old bush. There's a big old bush monster. Face it bravely. Wait a second. It wasn't a bush monster. It was 4 little monsters disguised as a big bush monster. I feel lied to. Well, back up to like 500-ish geo. So I can open up that stagway, but I think I'm going to try and do this part first. Oh. Stupid spitter things. I could probably save that geo for later, but I think I would rather just go ahead and take care of it. That's no bush! There's a chest up there. So this, you're supposed to get to this part before you get Isma's Tears, and that's kind of what you're supposed to do, rather than just wading through the acid. You're supposed to do pogoing off of the... I don't even know what you would call them. 'Cause they're not water bugs. They're like walking on the bottom. Yeah, whatever. But we have Isma's Tears and we have Mothwing Cloak, so you can jump and dash and flap. It's a good time. Looks like... Okay, I can't break that from this side, but I can go over here and break it. So there's some... Okay. You just appeared out of the wall. It's very rude. There we go. Now I should be able to do the rest of that tree, but we're just going to go over this way first. And see if there's any other secrets to get. A mask shard. Or not a mask shard. A charge. It's like I have like 3. So like I can either heal 3 times or I can cast 3 spells with the charge in the top left corner. So that was a piece of like an extra charge orb. Okay. Let's go and get some dreams. Any more over this way? No, well, we got one. Which way do they go? Back over. And we're up to 200. Perfect. Should be able to go back and do the King's Mark now. Someday I may join in on the game and we can see someone die a lot. And that's all of them. And then if you go back, you can see the tree grew. I think it's faster. Okay, we're gonna go to the Queen's Gardens. We're gonna unlock the Stagway there, and then we're going to head back to the resting grounds and talk to the Mothis lady. La-di-da-di-da. And there you go. The tree grew. And back down this way. Then it's down right, slightly left, down. Okay. I know better than to do that. Come on. Come on, Half. Let's pick it up. Gotta hold right. Hold right. Okay, let's go and get some soul from the statue and heal ourselves before we die. Once we go, we can stack. Oh, that makes sense, yeah. There we go. Oh, that is spiky roof. Let's go sit on a bench, shall we? There we go, much better. Toll machine with the symbol of a stag. Insert Geo? Yes, please. Hello, Mr. Stag. Please take me to the resting grounds. Tantalizingly close, I know, but I managed to keep it together. Okay. What's a good way of putting a bug with Uber or with Lyft? Ah, Wielder, you've returned. Let me have a look at that dream nail. Your dream nail holds over 200 essence. You're proving your talent in its collection. Have you seen that great door just outside? My tribe closed it long ago and forbade its opening. Ah, but as far as I can tell, I'm the only member of my tribe still breathing. That means I needn't feel bad about breaking a taboo. As proof of my belief in you, I'll open the door. The door is open, and you can enter the glade beyond it. Listen closely in there, and you may hear the utterings of bugs long gone. Okay, so I thought this was the way to get to where I thought I needed to go, but maybe not. Let's double check. I'm not sure. Well, is this on my map? Not yet. I need to go rest at bench first. Okay, so we'll go and we'll explore this a little bit, because it is a really neat little place. So this is the warrior guardian of this area. If you want to free any of the spirits in here, you have to beat him first. And he's kind of a pain to try and beat. So we're gonna leave these folks alone for a while, or for now at least. Basically works as a graveyard. Okay, so this is not the way I needed to go. So now we get to try and figure out what the way is that I do need to go. Is it up through the Crystal Peak? Maybe. Where is this entrance? Requires his tears. But where is that coming from? King Station gets me over there, gets me... okay. Okay, let's do that then. Probably help if I brought OBS back up so I can actually see if people are commenting things. There we go. just okay. It's an enclosed blade. And then we're going to King Station. And down. That is a closed door. And then through here. There we go. Free grub on our way. And I think we're just supposed to continue this way. There we go. Kingdom's Edge. I think we go to the top of this, and then from there is where we find the fight with Hornet in order to prove to her that we are worthy of the King's Mark. Ooh, that was a little close. Bench up above. There we go. This place seems nice. Yeah, definitely not desolate and interesting. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be snow or if it's supposed to be ash, but yeah, it's pretty bleak. There she is. The lady of the hour. The lady of the thumbnail. So you'd pursue the deeper truth? It isn't one the weak could bear. Prove yourself ready to face it. I'll not hold back. My needle is lethal, and I'll feel no sadness in a weakling's demise. Show me you can accept this kingdom's past and claim responsibility for its future. Karama! Now she has an extra parry attack and a couple of other things that she does in addition to her initiatives. I get a chance to heal. But as long as I dodge out of the way, the parry doesn't really go through on me. So, just can't tank it. Pulling out bunny hop type stuff on me. Aren't you close to a phase end? Oh my gosh. There we go. 2 heals and then she gets back up. Okay, 3. Oh, thanks for that. Now I have to deal with environmental issues too? Oh gosh. Well, I figured this one was probably going to take at least 2 tries, so it's not unreasonable. Next, you're going to tell me that Hollow Nest is dead and beyond saving. It's not beyond saving. It's just one of those, it's close to death. And it's really a question of, are you going to be able to save it? And by save it, I mean defeat the thing that is creating all of these fungal issues for it. Slack needs to check for better BNBs. Are they dating? At least 2 weeks ago. I was pretty sure I wasn't going to be able to do it on the first one, because this fight is actually somewhat difficult, and I don't have a ton of charms. Actually, I should probably... Yeah, let me go do that real quick. Let me change up my charms from travel charms to combat charms. Charms, charms, charms. We don't need Wayward Compass or Gathering Swarm if we're going up against Hornet. We don't need Soul Catcher because we're getting enough soul out of hitting her during it that we're not. It's not really making a difference there. Thorns of Agony is good. Balder Shell I don't need. I don't. That's no. We're not gonna do that one. No. I think Mark of Pride, actually. Yeah, we'll do that. All right. And now... Gadamas. Gotta jump for that. Man, I am... At least with the first one, I made it to the phase where she starts putting up the spike hazards. I hope I can beat this in my current state. I haven't done a ton of, like, getting mask shards and stuff, so I'm curious if I can actually do this. With just base health. And only one upgrade to my nail. Do I have an extra pale ore? Does it show up here? I think it does show up on this menu. Well, we're gonna keep going. Exhausted and my pillow is a human battery charger. Indeed, Rob. I don't feel obligated to keep up on my account. I appreciate you stopping in. Garama! She just walked into me and I took it. Nice. Heal. There is a charm for faster healing. I probably should find that and use it. Oh my goodness. Gotta jump, buddy. Not with her, though. We can do this. Hopefully this won't be another Marmu. I die like 20 times to that silly little caterpillar. Don't need healing if you don't get hit, taps forehead. Yeah, Slack. Thanks for the help. Thanks for the tip. I appreciate it. Kadama. Probably helps if you dodge the first and second attacks. Really, any dodging at all. Any dodging at all would be good. There we go. Progress. There we go. That's what I was trying to do before. Just double flap and stop trying to do damage there. Oh my goodness. So the game's doing this weird thing where it's like... It's like one of those physics lectures where you have the professor swing the giant heavy ball and it like swings right next to their face but doesn't quite hit them because they let it go just below them. Oh, okay, there we go. Jumped right into it. Right into the spawning traps. We got this, we got this. Tigers. Probably 8 now. I died 3 times earlier, and then I think that was my 4th or 5th death. She just hopped. She just hopped again. Not even like... Goodness. Gotta jump over the dash and the needle throws. There we go. That was not. Shaw, Adidas! Right? That's the... Shaw, Adidas. Yeah. I'm quiet because I'm trying to focus up, because I'm trying to deliver on the thumbnail. Kadama. I think is like on guard in bug language. I dashed into her. Okay, 2 heals and back up. Okay. Because she can use that attack. Oh, I dashed into her, not expecting that. Oh my goodness, that was really quick follow-up. There we go. Full health into the 3rd phase. There we go. 5th phase. There we go. I wish you could hit those into her. That would be a nice way of incorporating it into the fight. That you can use her own weapons against her. I wasn't really able to get out of that. Man! Oh! Got farther that time, at least. Alright. Seventh time's a charm? I mean, the good news is at least the shade's not hard to find. Garama! Oh, she's gonna drop down. Being mindful of that as a possibility. Fix my mic? What's wrong with my mic? Is it not picking up as loud? Oh my gosh. What's wrong with my mic? Do I need to have it closer to or turned up a little bit? I'm sub-game to you. Okay, let me turn up the mic a little bit then. And I'll turn down the... There, we'll see how that goes. Gadama! Dang it. Tried to jump out of it, but it was not quite fast. There was no need for me to jump there. There we go. Why? I'm literally just walking into it. If I can just get off of this phase. There we go. It's annoyingly close. I should have jumped, not dashed. I feel like I'm trapped in by these. Oh my gosh. Come on. Oh, that was not good. Oh. I presume the replay captions will reveal you whining about her kicking my ass so hard. Maybe she can save the realm instead of this loser. I mean, she tried, is the thing, or she's like trying to keep things safe, but yeah. A needle is sharp, I think that's her secret message. A needle is sharp! Alright. It's just the hat. Stretch for a second. Okay. this. Gadama. That was a really quick cooldown on that one. Man. Am I really gonna die on phase 1? No, okay, we're good. Yeah, if only we could play as Hornet. That'd be really cool, wouldn't it? It's almost like they were working on a game with just that in mind. Really need to work on not getting hit. God bless. She like jumped right onto me. Oh my goodness. I mean, at least I didn't die on the first phase. That's something. Oh, Slack said it first. Missed that. Yeah, Silk Song, it's coming out any year now. Gadama. She... I feel like the cooldown, like, for some reason she gets a cooldown reduction on that if she lands in the corner, is what it feels like. Probably could dash there for some extra distance, but not strictly necessary. I really need to be faster on the jumps. That's what's killing me right now. Just the reaction time. Yes, Kelly, I'm right in the middle of something that I really can't pause. I love you very much. I will give you bits as soon as I can. Dogs do not understand boss fights. Like I said, dogs do not understand boss fights. Hi, Kelly. Yes, Grizz, I have tried beating her. I've tried beating her 10 times now, or something like that. Not the dog, Hornet. There's Grizz.
Your sound is great in here. It's like quiet AF on YouTube.
It's weird. I can try and turn it up a bit more in Audio Mixer. Let me do that.
I don't know anything about that.
Testing, testing. Hopefully that'll be better.
Yeah, I was quiet too on the YouTube side.
Yeah, that's one of the things that is kind of a challenge, is getting things like my mom has been watching some of my stuff, and her comment was that the Midwesterary branding was blowing out her eardrums because I didn't turn it down.
She was so turned up because you're so quiet. That's why.
I mean, maybe.
That's an appropriate volume track.
Yes. Would you paw at me?
Oh, my coffee's in it.
Can't beat a woman. Hornet is girl bossing too close to the sun. Sorry, dog pet break. We'll be back to your regularly scheduled programming in just a moment. You're just gonna bark at me? I'm just gonna make it so that I'm very distracted from being able to do the thing, play the game that I want to play, deliver on the thumbnail. Do doggies know what thumbnails are? No, they do not. They do not care about thumbnails. Okay. Have I earned a few moments of peace? Can they play the game again? Is that okay? Maybe. I love you. Alright. Gadama! Goodness. Kelly, please. Kelly.
Can you take your dog out for a walk, bro?
I would love to, but I ran out of time before the stream.
Oh, and you thought that you'd get away with not doing it.
Yeah, pretty much.
It.
So I will probably have to at least let her outside in between this and next round. Because I'm guessing
Next
I'm not going to
round.
on this one.
You don't think you're gonna get it on this one?
I mean, I just am assuming not, because I've already done enough iterations that it's just going to take a minute.
I
And
don't
especially
know,
if I
man.
have a dog barking in the background, it's going to make it more challenging.
What if I like kill this hostage if you don't?
What, hostage?
Right. What if somebody's life is on the line?
If someone's life is on the line, then yeah, you go and you deal with that.
No, I mean if you don't beat this chick this time.
Oh. I mean, we could have.
You don't know.
whatevs,
I could
but-
be a weirdo from the internet.
I mean, you are a weirdo from the internet, but that doesn't mean that I think that you're gonna actually kill somebody just because I can't beat a video game.
Oh, the live stream chat's going wild.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Sally. Be right back.
I'm gonna go let the dog out. I'll be back, guys. 1 second. You are a pest. You need to go potty, come on. Go outside. Come on. Go potty. Goodness gracious. Are you gonna leave me alone now, or are you gonna continue borking? Because there's something else that you need that I haven't given you. Alright. We'll see if that does it. I do need longer brandings for breaks. I was walking home and there was a child drowning in the canal. Should I rescue them? Especially if you're walking home from work. Like, if you're going to work, then that's a little bit more, you're going to get your clothes wet. It's going to be a real inconvenience for you to be coming to work late.
He's probably done drowning by now. I don't
Yeah,
think that was happening when you were walking home.
Oh, yeah. Does Washington have good Samaritan laws? Like, he could just end up suing you if you, tried to help somebody. Gadama! Come on. I'll try and be a little more aggro on this round. I say, and then immediately back off. I opened it so well, too. That was weird.
Yeah, you hit her like 8 times. I was counting your hits to
Yeah.
see because we don't have health bars.
I'm morally obliged to build a time machine, go back and rescue him. I don't think that you have moral obligations for things that are outside of our current understanding of physics. can get it on this one. We can get it on this one. Gadama. Adidas. Or Adido, if you want to try and get it closer to the actual voice line.
She says it. She says Adidas too, but that one.
Adidas.
That's a different.
Yeah. There we go. That was a better level of aggression. Yeah, if she dodges into the corner, she definitely seems to have a much faster recovery. And I could have maybe jumped out of that to dodge it, but yeah.
She does that take a dump thing to heal. But that's what she was doing in the corner.
Just taking a dump in the corner.
Yeah, it's like you whenever you take a little black dump. Just how you heal in this game. I think it's because they're dung beetles. It's based off bugs or something.
Well, there was one dung beetle, the dung defender, but canonically I think that the vessel is supposed to be a stag beetle. I don't think Hornet is actually a beetle though. She's supposed to be part spider, I think, which is why she can use silk as a weapon, and why she has a needle. Man,
Supposed to be dead, but you keep screwing around.
oh gosh. Okay, here we go. Oh, come on. I meant to... Dashing was too much of a commitment. I literally just needed to not have that arc. I could have jumped towards her, I could have jumped onto the wall, I just needed to not do the half. Okay, okay. We got this! Adido! 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 So what do you got going on, Grizz? What's on your mind? Did you catch any of the bullshit asymmetry stuff at the start, or came in late?
No.
Okay.
I did. I had the volume on, but I didn't hear any of it. I was watching on YouTube.
Okay. I had the jump, I just didn't get it quite early enough. Oh my goodness. That was a good hit. I don't want to use spells because I feel like I really need to save the soul for healing, because I am taking way too much damage in the fight. Because I'm just bad, and I'm not focusing on dodging.
I think your fingers have it down enough that, like, if you distract your mind, that it'll take care of it.
Maybe. Like, I'm not picking up her tells quickly enough, is what it feels like. Like, the eye to brain to hand processing, there's something that's, like, not quite there in there.
Black says you're full of shit. Wasp makes silk too. She's probably a microstigmus.
Ah. Unique within the Crabonidae family as the only true eusocial wasps to spin silk nests.
Eusocial means European social. Like you don't really like anybody else.
I don't think that's what that means. It's like parasocial, right? It's like, but instead of like having an attachment to other people, it's having an attachment to yourself. Or is that just narcissism?
No, I think it's a thing about bugs, whether or not they live in colonies.
Oh, okay. That was meant as a joke on my part, by the way. I was not trying to be serious. That was how it came across.
Never say that. If you ever feel the need to say that was a joke,
Well, I felt
just
the need to,
understand.
because you sounded like you were taking me seriously, and I just wanted to make sure that that was not the case.
You just need to know that, like, your joke failed.
Yeah,
And
just move on from there.
try again. Yeah.
Of course, I fired off a spell on accident, so I only get 2 heals instead of 3. And of course, I'm focusing on taking care of the environmental issues, so
Hey, why don't you kill that lady and quit thinking so damn much?
I mean, I'm trying to kill the lady. The reason I'm thinking
Use
is
the
because I'm
force.
trying to kill her.
Use the damn force.
Ah! Turn off your tracking computer, Luke. Just fucking shoot the torpedo down the gas vent or whatever the heck it was.
Frankenstein is leaning hard into Matt C's low-key promotion of alcoholism.
Well, specifically the
Tiki.
Polynesian alcoholism.
That's racist. Tiki's fake.
Is it?
Yeah, that's his whole thing.
Oh, Tiki is... Okay. I didn't realize that was what we were going for with that. I haven't been following that sea as closely.
I don't know,
Tiki
there
is
was one
kayfabe?
thread I read. Something like that.
Okay.
Like Pacific Theater. Something.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think the Polynesians would kill you for saying that.
Well, what's really interesting is the amount of, like... Oh gosh, is this too spicy? I don't think it's too spicy. The amount of, like, Mormon interest in Polynesians, and, like, the effort that they have of, like, Brigham Young University in Oahu, and, like, them being one of the main things that's kind of keeping, like, there's, like, a Polynesian cultural center or something like that, and it's largely funded by them. It's just one of those, like, interesting little things that you don't really think about until you go and it's like, oh, I'm being a tourist here, and that's where this information is coming from.
No. Turns out having your mind on something else doesn't help you beat this lady at all.
No, it does not. I could.
Here we
like-
are.
Oh.
Life 22. Will it be Death 22? Stay tuned. A needle.
All right. Galama. That was actually a good dash. Okay. That's a good jump. There we go. I don't even need to heal. Probably could have actually landed the second spell, but that's okay. Okay. Could have jumped that. The spacing was weird on that one. There we go. Don't jump until she gives her tell. Come on. Man. Did a birthday party for some Polynesians. Very cool crew. Yeah, no, anybody who I've met from that area has always been pretty chill folks. Hard to be an
At
alcoholic
least-
and a tiki enthusiast. The drinks are very complicated.
At least Death 22 got to the cool part where she starts putting those spikes in the walls so you can't jump. That made it more entertaining.
See the kids in the hall sketch girl drink drunk for an example. I don't think I've seen that one before.
Drunk enough to drink a girl drink?
I think like you try and get drunk, but it's on weak drinks, so it's not like actually drunk. I think that's what that's getting at. Hey, I actually dodged the second one on that one. That's pretty good. I could have swung down, and I took a hit there. There we go.
Oh, we're somebody too busy patting themselves in the back.
Just
Good
try to
jump.
stay alive, really. And then not reacting appropriately when I can clearly see the threat coming at me.
Alright, little ashy there.
There we go. Jump, not dash.
Agale.
Agale indeed.
Needle.
Oh my gosh.
Stop dying, man. Come on.
I'm trying not to. It gets boring after a while. I'm aware of that. Especially when you're just like walking into her, not even like taking damage from attacks. Could have jumped that. Man, I thought she was gonna whip around and not
23?
lunge at me. And apparently I was incorrect on my guess about what girl drink drunk means. So I'll have to watch the sketch after. Monsieur Skankenstein, would you be so kind as to post a link in the Discord so we can enjoy it at a later time? Alright. Garama! Tried to dash, didn't go through. Got the jump off. So the main tell about whether she's going to leap or whip is what her height is. Medium height means that she's going to whip. If she jumps high, then that means that she's going to dash at me. Like that. Try to bait her into coming towards me. Only one heal, that's pretty good for round 2. Gotta wait for her to be in the recovery from an attack. Don't jump into the... Too many lessons to be learned at once. Little bunny hop was actually kind of clutch. Stop sending these things at me. Man! What is it that I'm missing, other than just getting hit consistently? Like, I'm picking up more about her attack patterns and how to better anticipate them, but there's just some moments where I'm like, I see the attack coming, and then my brain and hands just don't react. I just stand still and take whatever the damage is. Alama.
27.
I mean, the good thing is that whip, it doesn't have its full hitbox on the first frame, so you can kind of back away from it. There we go. Okay, first phase. So you can kind of follow her in when she's pulling it back, and that lets you get a hit. There we go. Phase 2. Now to phase 3. Okay. Don't run towards her. Bunny hop over the needle throw. Dodge into her. I can get 3 heals off. Phase 4. Okay. Try not to jump, because if you jump over her when she's doing that, then don't jump into the spikes. I tried to hit it, but it didn't go through. That's frustrating.
Ooh, phase 4. It feels like we've made progress. Assuming the rest of your streams aren't this fight over and over again.
I mean, usually
how much
not.
longer do you think how many more streams do you think it is for this game?
It depends on how quickly I can kill the dreamers. Probably at least 4. Because there's 3 dreamers, there's the final boss fight, and then there is there's actually getting some of this other stuff, like the palace. Ah, shoot. There we go. Progression seems to be working out. Oh, come on. Like, it's also lagging weirdly in weird moments. I'm not sure if that's... No, I can't really blame that, but it's definitely contributing to some of the weirdness. Stop jumping when she jumps, only jump over when she's dashing or throwing her needle. There we go. Phase 3. She made like she was gonna jump high, which is why I thought that she was gonna do that. Okay, there we go. Okay. Really do need to be mindful of that. Okay. Dashed into that. Could have jumped over that. And I dashed instead of jumping over the needle.
It's real spiky there at the end.
Yes, it does. We're at least getting consistently to later phases now, which is good. Rather than just continuing to die on phase 1 or 2.
What do you think a Korean soju bowl is?
I'm assuming that it is a bowl of Korean soju, which is very different than the soju that they market as Korean soju here in the States. I don't know what it is that's different about the formula that
What's
they...
even a soju?
What's that?
Is it some kind of noodles? What's a soju?
Soju is bamboo alcohol. Oftentimes flavored with other stuff, but the main thing is bamboo.
What a versatile plant.
It's quite good. It goes down like water, it gets you very drunk, and you don't realize how drunk you're getting until it's too late. So be careful if you're over in Korea and you get invited to go have soju with people. Oh, I needed to have a little bit more air on that. Okay. Okay. Could have bunny hopped the needle. Could have bunny hopped the dash. Tried to
Could have
dodge.
not landed on her spiky head.
Well, I'm trying to swing below me as I'm jumping over her. Like that's what that's supposed to be.
Oh, that's I understand.
But I'm not hitting the down, or I'm not. It's for some reason either not registering the down input or it's not registering the hit input. And by registering, I mean I might not be making those inputs correctly.
Uh-huh. I'm pretty sure that's it. Here comes Life 32.
Carbon-based error. All right. Gadama. That was a quick recovery. Okay. Here we go. Good phase one. Jump those. That was terrible. Okay, can I get through phase two? Is that even possible? There we go. Phase three. Focusing on hitting things, and I was not paying attention to her or her needle. And I dashed under her as she's... I'm trying to hit down as she does that, and it's just not going through for some reason. Okay. There we go. Okay. Stop. I hit down. I swung down. Man.
And thus ends Life 32. On her head, it's like, I don't think you can because her hat is so pointy.
Well, no, it's like I'm trying to do that, but it's not registering, or I'm not inputting it, and so it's just not like I can do it here, or I can miss my shade on the way down, but I can. Yeah, I'm missing the input. That was a very fast phase one. Okay. There we go. Phase three. Tried to jump that, it didn't quite go through. Like that. So I was trying to... I did it that time. Like that. Okay. Why am I dashing? Why am I dashing there? Okay. Did not need to take that. Or that. Okay, that's like the third or fourth time I've died that way. I'm not paying attention. As she's throwing the needle, I'm focusing on something else, and then not paying
No,
attention
what
to
happened was,
what happened
what
was.
happened was, is in the middle of it, you were like, see, look, that's the thing I was talking about 2 minutes ago, and it took you 2 minutes back and not in the fight you were currently in.
Yeah, that's probably part of it too. Alright. Adama. Now I'm just not registering her dashes at all in my head. Reset. Okay. Don't dash under her as she's about to whip. Don't fire a miss or fire a spell as she's trying to dash away or jump. It's not gonna hit. Here we go. Phase 3. Again, I'm... Okay. Keep getting hit by her jumping up and then dashing down. What am...
That's my favorite attack she does, though. It's the base.
It's very effective. Once more into the breach. Gadama. Okay. Not a bad phase 1. Ooh, that actually had 2 hits on her. That was good. That's good phase 2. Okay.
Additional penalties if you fail. Okay, I don't know why. I think I'm just like too close to her. Like I need to Punish the
hold.
recovery, not the strike. After almost every move, Hornet has a brief reset window, often right after her spin dash or multi-stab.
Yep.
Learn to time your dash, slash, or nail art to hit just as she slows down. A well-timed counter can outpace raw nail upgrades.
I'm probably supposed to have my nail arts by this point, aren't I? Well,
Mobility and mid-air healing are your friends. Equip Dash Master and Quick Focus so you can weave through her assaults and heal in the air. Use your Shade Cloak in vulnerability frames. Slip through tight combos.
but you can have. I didn't think you could have Shade Cloak by this point. I thought that was the whole point of fighting her, was to get the King's Mark and you get the Shade Cloak.
GPT can provide wrong information.
Okay,
Some of the shit's hallucinated.
that's fair. I thought you were pulling it from a Game FAQ site or something. Okay. Phase 2 done, phase 3 time. Phase 4. So just hold. Okay, so bunny hop when she's dashing at you or throwing her needle at you, but otherwise you can use a longer jump hold, and I don't jumped into the spiky thing. Okay. Oh man. There we go. Okay, it's phase 5. Dang it! I think this is a 5-phase fight too, so if I can... If I had that, I had that.
Charm loadout matters more than charm count. Mark of Pride gives you an extra range to punish safely. Shaman, Stone, and Soul Catcher that you zone with Vengeful Spirit Shade Soul between nail art windows. Unbreakable Strength if you really want to shorten the fight, but only once you're comfortable with her patterns. What were you using?
I'm currently using Mark of Pride and Thorns of Agony, which Mark of Pride is one of the ones I just mentioned as far as like extending your range, so that's good. And then Thorns of Agony is letting me get hits in when I'm getting hit, and I'm consistently getting hit, so...
And your playstyle is adapted to having that charm.
Well, I feel like if I was playing really well, then I could justify not taking it, but if I'm consistently losing as much health as I possibly can on each phase, like, that's pretty... The value that I'm getting from that charm would be for one single charm notch. Garama! Okay. Good phase 1. Good phase 1. I dodged into that. There we go. Good phase 2. Man. I don't know why I was trying to pull off that. Okay, there we go. I couldn't jump because of the stupid spikes. There we go. I jumped, but it wasn't soon enough. Oh, man. Okay. I think this is the one. I think this is the one. I've got the patterns down. I know her tells. I know how to position with respect to her tells. I think we got it. Got him. And I die on phase 1. Woo!
Let me know if you can hear this.
I cannot. No more hubristic statements. No more claiming that I've got this when I don't got it.
Some song and quick folks is let you heal mid-combo without draining all your soul.
I don't have those charms yet, though. And I kind of wanted to... I want to deliver on the thumbnail, gosh darn it.
After every cluster of deaths, take a 5-minute break. Your muscle memory will consolidate, and you'll come back calmer.
Tell it I'm streaming. I don't have that option.
I did. I did, actually.
And it insisted, no, go take a break, you silly goose. You silly goose. Silly caboose. I dashed into her. That was...
What should we do with the stream during those breaks? Push his Ko-Fi? Question mark.
Larp hard, grift harder. You know what, we'll take its advice. We'll go and we'll do something else for 5 minutes, and then we'll come back and try and fight Hornet again.
You could narrate what you learned in the last run. It keeps newcomers in the loop and reminds regulars how far you've come. You could ask chat to vote on your next charm swap, except you're not swapping charms.
Well,
Want a quick guess my next death count bet? Winner gets a shout out or custom emote usage.
goodness.
Custom emote that's brilliant. That's brilliant. You can like turn it on just for a little bit. Somebody gets to make a special custom emoji. What levels of power and influence it just unlocked for me. Brand new charm, if you will.
Grizz always looking for new stream charms. Okay.
Share one tactic you've been refining. Here's why I love quick focus in midair. Spill a fun fact about your setup or stream ritual.
Where is Quick Focus located at? That would actually
Overlay a
Oh, maybe it would. I don't know.
overlay a non-intrusive support the grind on Ko-Fi banner in the corner. Mention it casually. If you're enjoying the ride, every sip of coffee helps me keep these late runs going. Link below. Top donor gets to name my next charm for phase 5.
You don't get to name the charms though.
What?
Maybe make like a name the charm collection, because there are some that like, well, there are some in-game combinations of charms, but there's also like community named combinations of charms, I think.
I have no idea. Sounds like bullshit to me. Go.
Yeah, if you want to continue watching me die repeatedly to the same boss over and over again, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Go donate to my Ko-Fi. I'll probably keep doing it anyway, but that's beside the point. Just, yeah, participate in the grift.
You know, as Afriel, I spend a lot of my money donating to such wonderful things as Grim Grit. You can reimburse me by donating to my Ko-Fi.
Exactly.
Further enable me to support him.
Making a Ko-Fi human centipede. It's a lovely, lovely time for everyone.
Hey, I think if we start bringing enough through them, they'll start pointing to us, and that'll further expand our reach.
Mm-hmm. Howdy, Slasher. Good to see you.
Ah, finally, somebody who knows video games that can help us win.
I have been struggling with Hornet.
We're on death number 38.
It's a good time. It's a great time. Actually, Quick Focus is probably not.
ChatGPT has just given him the advice of taking a break and letting his muscle memory consolidate. And he kept running around instead, but you know.
I'm just trying to think if like there's anything quickly that I can do in this area so I'm not like going too far away.
There's nothing that's not letting your muscle memory adapt to her patterns.
Well, more just like I've been I've been doing a lot of muscle memory adaptation.
Like, take your hands and wow, an environmental death. Number 39. Take your hands and clasp your penis with them and just let them sit there and not,
Whoa! Where did that come from?
just do something other than fiddle with the controller for 5 minutes is the point of condensing your muscle memory.
Okay. Well, let
You're
me go and grab
missing
my
the
shade, and then we'll do...
If you're gonna keep playing, then go kill her. Dicking
Okay.
around.
Well, let me not lose all of the geo that I've worked so hard for. And then we'll continue dying to Hornet over and over again. I just hit it into the spikes. That was kind of cool. And I hit that one into the spikes too. Hey, we freed a worm. We freed a little caterpillar.
Now you have goodwill going into fight number 39. And tonight's countering bullshit asymmetry.
Maybe was I the real bullshitter all along? Wasting other people's time with me claiming to be good enough at video games to be worth watching.
Whoever did have that on their bingo card gets a bingo, because Slasher didn't have it on his bingo card.
Alright, everybody. We're going to sit on the bench, and we're going to gently use our hands to take hold of our penises.
So warm. So nice.
The bullshit was coming from inside the house.
It's cool that
I am
one
an example. I never
really
specified
made.
whether I was a good example or a bad example.
Man, Foxman was having us watching Power Wash earlier. This is fun.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot to suggest it to him. There's a relatively cheap game on Steam called Mech Mechanic Simulator that's basically that, but like there's 9 mechs that the creator made, and then like you're actually unscrewing parts off of it, removing them, repairing those parts, and then putting them back on. It's a pretty interesting little game. Same general vibe as Power Washing Simulator.
Why do you think Hollywood hasn't done a remake of The Last Starfighter?
The Last Starfighter? Not familiar with the movie.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
We have to have like this filmography induction ceremony ritual. Like people who haven't seen They Live.
I actually haven't watched the movie. I only know it from the memes. Like, I'm aware of the plot, but like I haven't actually watched the movie itself. Garama! Need to back off. Don't think I could have avoided that hit or that one. Man. Put on the glasses? Oh, They Live, yeah. Did I change my charms? Yeah, I did, and I didn't change them back. Let's fix that briefly. It's like something feels off and different, and I don't know what. And it's like, oh, that's... No damage from Thorns of Agony, and my nail is way shorter. There we go. Once more into the breach. I will deliver on the thumbnail, gosh darn it. Garama. Dang. jumped instead of dashing. Hey, that's phase 2. Okay, phase 4. Tried to hit it as I was coming down. Jump, don't dash. Don't take your focus off of her when she's in the middle of an attack. 2, 3. Heal twice. Holy!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, get your guesses in on the official death count. We did lose count, and if your number is correct, Avriel will do something extra special for you on the next stream. I mean, I think it's around 40, but who knows?
You're probably close to that. Alright. So strong. You could do it if you had the will. But could you raise your nail once, knowing its tragic conception, and knowing yourself? Then do it, Ghost of Hallownest. Head onward, burn that mark upon your shell, and claim yourself as king. Ta-da! Golly. And into the cast-off shell. And we mark ourselves with the mark of the king's brand. Hallownest shall recognize a new ruler. The kingdom's gates will open.
And that's the moment you decided to take the throne for yourself.
And now you Indiana Jones your way out, or try to. And then you get buried alive. And then you get rescued. Silly little bug. Well, thank you, Hornet. Much appreciated. Yeah, there we go. We are now... We have accepted the king's brand. And so now we can go and we can learn the true nature of how we were created. And not just how we were created, but how many others like us were created. And then through discovering that, how the Hollow Knight was created.
You spoilering?
Maybe a little.
Like how there's more fluorescence in this place.
Phosphorescence.
My God, Ron's a bad thing.
Can I go through here yet?
Oh, look at those padded walls. This is a nice place.
This is a sex dungeon.
I told you it was a nice place. Why did they put a sex dungeon in this game?
Because you got to make sure you have your quota of degeneracy, or encouraging degeneracy in the youth. When a mommy bug and a daddy bug love each other very much.
City of
Golly, slack. Alright.
What the?
It's a stag beetle. He takes us through the stag way. Oh gosh, I don't, well, is that clip worthy, Slack, do you think? Of mommy bug and daddy bug loving each other very much? Oh, I should probably put my travel charms back on. There's no clipping, how am I supposed to make an out of breath? You gotta go back to the old school OBS days. You gotta pull up the stream, make it full screen, record it, clip it out.
You have clips disabled?
I don't think I do. I have to go check that now, because I didn't think I did.
I would guess if you didn't explicitly set it, they'd leave it off for people's reasons.
Yeah, it's kind of lame though. Down through the royal waterways into the ancient basin, I think is where we're going. Too much effort. Is there a closer stagway than where I'm at right now? To where I want to go? Yeah, King Station's probably better. We're gonna end on a cliffhanger. We're gonna go where we need the King's Brand for, and then that'll be the cliffhanger for the evening. Down, down, down we go. Onto some spikes.
What are you doing? I thought this was over.
It's almost over. I'm gonna go and we're gonna end on a cliffhanger. We gotta go down, down, down to the bottom of the nest.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
Went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. That ring of fire. That ring of fire.
That's why I don't eat spicy food.
Because then you start singing? Or you get a ring of fire coming out of your booty hole? Or your
You leave it
Booty
to
hole
the
becomes
imagination.
the ring of fire.
You,
Leave it
you
to the
just drop
imagination.
you drop the line and let everybody else choose to decide if you mean your booty hole or not. You don't explicitly bring it up. You're so terrible at this and off-putting.
Corpse in white armor. We're not gonna go there yet. This way. Here we go. Oh, this is a hidden station. Bing. Just so the stag knows where to go. Okay, what am I missing here? Is it Kingdom's Edge I need to go to? Maybe it is. Yeah, it is. Totally is.
You know, with a couple more Yahoos in here, we could really go with the MTSK 3000 vibe.
The what 3005? NTSK 3005?
Wait, it's Mystery Science MSTK.
Oh, Mystery Science Theater Kids. Is that? Again, things that were before my time, or maybe were of my time, but that I was not allowed to watch as a child.
We're gonna arrange a crossover between theater kids and Nepo babies. Stay
Oh.
tuned.
Who's the Nepo babies?
And I wish I knew. Or Charlie Manson that shit.
Would have to do way less grifting if you could just like make friends with somebody who would fund you like Johnny
Charlie
Depp
Manson,
funds
those
random
people. I would like to Charlie Manson an army of Nepo babies without any murders.
I'm not sure what to make of that.
Come on, I could learn so much from having a cult. I would learn. It would be such a great learning opportunity for my soul.
I mean, aren't you engaging in that learning opportunity already?
Not the one I'm thinking of. What do you mean?
I was making a joke that you're already cultivating a cult. We're trying to
not
make
the
a joke
kind
that
of
apparently
cult
did
we're
not
talking
land.
about.
Was that?
I'm here to build an army, not make a cult.
Okay. Is there that much of a difference between the two?
Yeah, like, which would you rather have in a fight?
There we go. Higher beings, these words are for you alone. Our pure vessel has ascended. Beyond lies only the refuse and regret of its creation. We shall enter that place no longer. Well, I'm gonna enter it. That seems like a great idea.
Return to the womb of your creation.
What could possibly go wrong? There we go. There's the cliffhanger. What's the point of a cult without the sex and murder?
We're launching an investigation into just that.
Okay. Trying to create a cult without the sex and murder, or making sure that seeing the sex and murder as part of a cult?
No, we're figuring out what the point is, other than the bonus point.
Oh, okay.
Tertiary benefits. Tertiary benefits.
Okay. Let's see. Do you want to give us the train out? Give us the...
Something, friends.
Oh, come on.
Don't play Hollow Knight.
How many subscribers do I need before you actually learn it?
100.
Okay. I will continue working on making videos so that way I can actually appeal to a broader audience rather than just shitty streams where I die over and over and over again to Hornet. So, thank you for sticking with us, Slack. I don't know if anybody else is still out in the audience, but if you are, I appreciate you. It means a lot. Alright. Goodbye then. Be safe, friends. Don't you dare go hollow. Night, buddy.